Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are back with DC Universe's Stargirl, episode 11.
11.
Of season 1. Episode
Wow.
11.
Wow.
We do know the title of this episode. It's called Shining Knight. I'm very excited.
Yep.
I want to know more about Shining Knight, which we only got the reference to him last episode. Was it last episode or the episode before?
No, I think it was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, when they were talking about the 7 Soldiers of Victory. So, which apparently Pat hung around with before he joined the JSA.
He just got around, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, I'm very curious about where this is going. Now, last episode...
We really both enjoyed last episode.
We really did. It ended sadly.
Yeah.
But it was very, I think, cohesive as far as the way that the episode was done. Like, it made us feel for Henry.
Yeah.
It made us, we also felt for the people who did not want to take Henry onto the team.
Yeah.
We know that Rick and Yolanda had reasons for not wanting him on the team. That made sense.
Yep.
But they also got to see that he was better than they thought that he was.
Yep.
And then we also got to see Barb and Pat working together, figuring out some things. We also
definitely
got that email from someone.
Oh, okay. But
So I'm very curious about that.
yeah, so like this whole season, it took a few episodes for it to kind of really find its momentum, but I feel like this whole season from like maybe episode 5 on, like every episode has seemed really cohesive, organic, and well paced. So I'm really digging whatever it is that the writers and directors and editors are doing. It's fantastic. So please keep that up. Good energy, loving all of it.
And we say this a lot, or at least I do. We tend to make wisecracks and stuff when we're watching shows. That doesn't mean that we are not enjoying the show. We've made a lot of jokes about this show, but we wouldn't watch it if we didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because life's too short. And
Yeah.
as much as we appreciate every one of you that watches these reactions, we still wouldn't do it just for you. We would only do it if we were enjoying the show and you were tuning in to watch it. So we make a lot of jokes and we talk a lot about, especially immaturity, and Courtney dropping the ball on some things or whatever, but that's part of her journey as a hero. We get that she's a teenager.
15, 16 years old. That's going to happen.
We may roll our eyes at some decisions that are made, and not just her character, but we may roll our eyes, but that's life, and that's just being a human being. We're
very
if
messy.
you haven't noticed, we're fallible and very messy, as Heidi said. Yeah. So please don't ever think that that's an aspersion that we're casting upon the show.
No aspersions casted.
No aspersions cast. But no,
Casted.
Casted. Castigated.
Masticated?
Castle Rocket. I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's just us being this is how we watch things.
Yeah.
And I say that a lot on Class too, because we make a lot of comments when we watch Class.
We sure do.
But yeah, that's just kind of how we roll. Anyway, we're going to watch Shining Knight. We're going to give you our thoughts on the episode, and then you can jump down in the comments below and let's know how wrong we were.
Yeah.
That's really what the internet's for.
Always.
If I've learned nothing, and I haven't, it's that
The internet is for fighting with strangers. Let's do it.
That's right. Glove up and let's get your fight on. No, seriously. We appreciate every single one of you. When you comment, even when you comment that you couldn't really watch what was happening. We had a comment on the last episode that they couldn't see because of what we were trying to do to keep the copyright vampires from sucking the life out of this channel. Ugh. So what we've done typically is made the opacity really low with the background so that you can kind of see, just to give you a touchstone of where we are in the episode without it breaking any sort of copyright rules. I have started adding a fair use timer. You'll see that in this episode as well. Hopefully that helps. And then I'm going to try... Fingers crossed, I'm going to try not to lower the opacity to make it easier for you to see the clips that are playing while still making clear that we are abiding by fair use. So hopefully that'll help. We appreciate those comments. Don't think that because you have a suggestion that may seem like,
a criticism. We take those.
We're trying to make this channel as good as we can because we give it our time and our effort. We want to hear those things from you.
Yeah.
Now, if that's all you ever have to say, that's going to become noticeable pretty fast, but that's never happened. You guys are great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely let us know those kinds of things, but also let us know what you want us to start watching when Stargirl's over. We have a few things in mind.
We do.
We also have a few surprises coming up. I've alluded to that a time or two.
Yes.
Alluded.
Eluded?
Huh? I'm elated to allude to the things that we're talking about.
He's being elusive.
Okay, we're not going to illuminate you on that right now. What we are going to do is jump into this episode, but keep your eyes peeled on our channel for some new things coming up shortly.
Yeah.
And as always, Heidi, tell them the deal.
If you do want to see the full episodes, you can...
She's so good at this.
Thank you. If you do want to see the full episodes, please join us on our Patreon. $5 gets you everything that we watch. Just make sure you bring your own copy.
Yeah, and you sync it up to the time code that's on there.
Yep.
I always start when the DC universe or DC logo begins starting. You sync up to that.
There you go.
And it's good to go.
And then if you like this sort of content, please hit that thumbs up. And
consider subscribing to the channel. We love it when you do that. There's 235 of you right now.
Amazing.
We want to get to 1,000, not just
Someday.
because that's where you can monetize. That'll be nice to get there someday. But really what we want is to know that you guys are watching it and that you're not just watching, but participating in the things that we're doing so that we know what you want to see next, those kinds of things. So I think when you subscribe, you care more about those things and being vocal. So subscribe, let us know that you're here, and we love talking to you guys in the comments below. We always try to do that.
Yep.
Engage, right?
Make it so.
No, we're not watching that show. Okay, here we go. Ready? He thinks Courtney's going to find out that her dad's not Starman.
Yeah, same. And we've questioned that from the start, so...
We don't know who's listening in. We make the wrong move now, we could get someone killed.
Yeah, can somebody
leave the
finally listen to
ISA
Pat,
straight.
please?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do? What about Brainwave?
Take Mike.
I'm not gonna let you stay here alone.
Then until you decide to leave,
Ooh, you could throw
both
Mike
need
at
to
the
go
bad
about your
guys.
day as if
They'd
everything were normal.
hiss and run
'Cause
away.
If Jordan senses that we suspect anything, you'll be in more danger than you already are.
Wow. Look at you. You've really grown up.
Wait, who is this?
You're not my father.
Well,
I'm so sorry that this is happening like this right now.
It's not. It can't be.
She's been trying to tell you.
Well, I used to have two. But then I gave that one to you. A long time ago.
And you put a picture of Starman in it.
I don't believe you.
Courtney,
I don't want to talk to you right
I just
now,
want to
Mom.
make sure you're all right.
give her a minute.
The staff works for me. That proves that I'm Starman's daughter, doesn't it?
Nope.
Because if I'm not, I got Henry killed. And Joey.
Courtney, you didn't kill anyone.
It's been a decade, Sam. Why are you really here?
Yep.
Okay, Barbara, the truth is,
I need money.
I've been thinking about reaching out to you for months now. I'm here to get to know my daughter before it's too late. If it's not already too late.
So a decade, that's like a century that's been decimated, right?
I want to talk to him,
You have school.
so I go in a little late.
My mother gave me these lockets, and I gave one to you when you were 4. Christmas. It's the last time I saw you. We sang Christmas carols together. Frosty was your favorite. We made a snowman out of styrofoam.
I remember that.
Her father's here.
Starman's here?
Not her father.
Well, then he can help.
Except her father's not Starman, all right?
Yeah, we've kind of...
Stripesy.
Well,
Oh, that's our janitor. Hey.
Why the hell is he carrying a sword?
That's a good question.
Stripesy. Stripesy.
Okay. It's all right.
I need your help.
Aw.
Poor guy.
Not well.
It's all right.
They've destroyed everything that I was.
Who is he?
One of the strongest, bravest men I've ever known. Right?
Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Brain Drizzle.
Henry. I'm so sorry.
Are you?
I remember who Stargirl is. Her name's Courtney Whitmore.
Huh.
Her stepfather is Pat Dugan. You might remember him or not as Starman's lackey, Stripesy. I'm going to go kill them. I killed my own wife and son for your dream of a new America, Jordan, and you're hesitating over a woman that works for you? Everything you've ever wanted, everything your wife ever wanted is about to come to pass. We can't let anything get in the way.
He's the Shining Knight, the leader of the 7 Soldiers of Victory.
There's 8 of you in the picture.
Yeah.
I know that, Beth.
So there was this whole other team.
I'll explain it to you later. It's a great story. I want to hear it again. I was
Born at the age of 3
but a lowly
to several swarthy
loyal
Eskimo couples.
peg. They stole my identity from me. They'll do it to us all. That's what they want.
They want take all your credit cards and go shopping?
Calm, steady.
I think he means that Brain Drizzle will mess with him
Yes.
and possibly take their credit cards and their identities.
You know, I didn't know it when your grandmother gave me these, but these lockets, the pair, they are special.
I always wear mine. Always.
Yeah, I was hoping you had yours.
Huh.
So these, actually, they're really valuable.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking that if I sold them, then I could put a deposit down on my own place.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that settled, that'll be where you come visit. Yeah, I could buy you a
Poor
bracelet.
Courtney.
If you need to yell at someone, you need to let it out,
Mike's here.
I can take it, okay? Whatever you need, Court.
Oh, she's going to hug you.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah.
So what in the hell are you thinking? You know what you did to her. I care about that kid. And she loves that locket, you know. She wears it every day. She has since you gave it to her. Don't ever come back here.
All right. I wasn't planning on a tough guy.
Okay.
Hey, tell Barbara I said bye. She still looks good. Not as good as when I had her.
Yep. Saw that coming.
Yep.
You're lucky I'm busy.
I'm not Stargirl.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not Beth. My dad wasn't... He isn't Starman. He was just some jerk.
Well, my dad isn't Wildcat, but I am now.
This is different, Yolanda.
How?
Yeah, how? I never met Dr. Midnight, but I'm the new one.
Because the staff won't work for me anymore, okay? I can't have anyone else get hurt because I thought I was... Because I thought I was someone I'm not. So...
Sometimes things happen for no reason. No one is to blame. Except you. Come after us, please.
because it thought I was someone else.
The staff didn't choose you because of who your father is or isn't.
It knows all of my mistakes.
No.
It knows my dad isn't Starman.
I forgot to plug it in, okay?
I know a lot about the staff. It's always known more than I did about almost everything. But it always knew that your dad wasn't Starman, Court. It chose you because it believed in you. It's just waiting for you to believe in yourself again, that's all.
A lot of radiation.
I'm glad you made the right decision. We'll take care of them. Stargirl, her sidekick, and her mother.
Henry. The boy too. Mike. Can't leave a legacy running around.
Of course.
All right, that is it for another episode of Stargirl. Heidi, thoughts?
Poor Mike.
Poor Mike
Yeah.
is right, yeah. Not only does he not know anything that's going on, but now he's a target. Thanks,
Yay.
thanks, guys.
Thanks everyone for that really wonderful acquisition.
We were on target the entire season knowing that her dad was not Starman.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
I think it makes a better arc for her character that she is not a legacy, but she's picked up the mantle and is making it her own.
Yeah,
I like
she's-
that notion.
Yeah, a new hero, and that's okay. Yeah, yet again, another episode that did not lag for me. Like, they kept up the pace. I think it was a little slower than the last few, but it still hit all the points.
But the slower bits, we got character work, which was Courtney's conversation with her dad, and coming to understand what kind of person he was, and that Pat is really the dad that she wanted to have. I like that moment with them. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, unfortunately, there are men out there that do those sorts of things, that abandon their children. I think that's awful. Don't think there's any excuse for that ever. But I'm glad that she has Pat. I'm glad that, that she has somebody who wants to be her dad.
Yeah.
And then I also like the fact that Pat said something about that he wasn't content to let that guy just walk out of there like that.
Yep.
There's nothing more frustrating than someone who willfully or through negligence hurts their kid. And so I understand that anger. I understand that frustration. And I thought he was right on the money confronting him with that.
Yeah.
And
spot on.
And I think he was right. He's good, lucky for him that he's busy, that there's stuff going on.
Seriously.
You're not at the top of my to-do list right now.
No,
Lucky you.
I thought the punch was going to come sooner, but I think as soon as the jerk mentioned something about Barb, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
I do hope that we get some, I do hope that we bring Mike in on what's going on.
Yeah.
And not just because he's in danger, but also because it sucks to be left out.
Yeah, he's the one in the family who doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Right. I'm definitely curious to see. We've got 2 episodes left?
2 episodes left.
So all of this is coming to a head. We've got 12 hours on a countdown. So what's going to happen in the next 12 hours? Are we going to see Solomon Grundy?
Yeah, they didn't even allude to him this time.
Cindy? Cindy? Okay, I was like, Mindy? What was her name?
Cindy, is
Cindy still held captive? Is she going to bust out and be
anything
pissed off at the world.
Yeah, like, is she going to be anything worthwhile? It's which.
I think the answer to that is no.
No, but she's going to be a disturbance and a distraction. So who is she going to help / hurt more?
I missed it because I think we were talking, or else I was listening for something else and missed it. What did Shining Knight say at the bottom of the stairs?
Don't know.
Okay,
I missed it too. I'm sorry. I was having him call her the Lady of the Lake. So So I didn't catch what he actually said, but I have a really hard time with dramatic mumbling. We don't have subtitles up on what we have here, so if I can't catch something, it's just...
We don't watch things usually in our regular lives without subtitles because Heidi has a hard time with dramatic mumbling.
Yeah, I really do, because I feel like you can have a dramatic moment without mumbling at all. Like, nobody needs to mumble it. If you want to have a dramatic moment, have a dramatic moment.
Just be loud like we are.
Just say what you need to say. It's not more dramatic or better acting to mumble. It just isn't.
Let's speak to acting really quickly.
Yeah.
This was the first, this show, in addition to being a superhero show, is a family drama and a teen drama. It's got a lot of elements going to it, right?
Yep.
A lot of times when you're talking teen drama, you're not getting the best acting out of people. But for what it's worth, I feel like this portrayal of Courtney has been accessible throughout the season. Like, I've been fine with it.
Yeah.
I thought this was the first episode where I really got the feeling, like I was invested in her as a character. Like, it sucks to have a dad like that. It stinks to have it, but it also is a good thing to recognize what she has in Pat. And I bought her acting in those moments and all of those moments. Like, just her sitting on the porch and realizing what her dad was actually saying.
Yeah.
Like, not buying the line, not buying the bull that he was trying to sell her, but just seeing him for the jerk that he was and going, you know what, take the locket, I don't care.
Yeah, you're
a jerk.
Yeah, you're not who I thought you were. Like Jeff said, sometimes you don't get the best acting with like teen dramas, and I find like a lot of stuff that plays for preteens and early teens is way over the top, dramatic, like acrobatic, clownish, and it's just not watchable. Like, I can't stand. I won't mention shows, but there's a whole network of them that many of the 10 to 13 set seem to really enjoy. But this is good. Like, you could buy all of this. It doesn't take much, and it was very subtle, but it was so good. You could like see it on her face what she was hearing from him and what he really meant, and it was perfect. I felt like it was really good. And
actually, as much as we don't like the character, good acting on the part of George Stultz, I think is his name, as the dad, because it's hard to ride that line. Like, he was supposed to be somewhat likable up until you realized he wasn't.
Yeah.
And I thought he played that well. Again, big props to Luke Wilson for playing Pat the way that he does. Like, I buy him, his good-natured character, not only in wanting to help his friend who had lost himself and all of that, but also sticking up for Courtney and Barb and being willing to
be the shining knight.
Take the brunt of whatever Courtney was feeling if she just needed to vent or to lash out or whatever. That's what a real friend is. I've had many times in my life where I've said to friends, look, if you want to talk about anything but what's bothering you because you feel like you've gone over it enough, or if you just need to vent or whatever, like, that's what we're here for. And I've had friends willing to do that for me as well. I think that's a real world friend. And so I liked that value in Pat, and I really I actually was telling Heidi earlier this week that I read an interview with Luke Wilson where he talked about some of what he's tried to bring to Pat, as far as like some music suggestions for the show, and also his relationship with Mike, his bonding with the actor that plays Mike and that actor's dad, like spending time with them to kind of work on that relationship to make it work the way that it does on screen, and to listen to that actor who plays Mike as far as how their interaction should go and stuff like that. So really good stuff. I'm really pleased with him on this show. Really pleased with the show itself.
Yeah, it's really found its legs.
I really think so too. And we said early on in the season, it does take time to do that. I really hope they stick this landing for this first season. Yeah. I'm excited to see what they have in store for season 2. Yep. 2 more episodes to go through. And we'll know a lot more.
Oh, here's hoping. And here's hoping that 1, they stick the landing. 2, we get some good conclusions. And 3, whatever they leave open for the next season's good enough to be exciting and make us want to see that season opener when it comes.
Now, if you're not a comic book fan, but you've been watching Stargirl, I will say to you that 2 of the names that you see attached to this series as you're watching the credits roll by, Jeff Johns, who's the creator of this Stargirl character, Courtney Whitmore, but also James Dale Robinson, who wrote a Starman series, which is one of my favorite comics of all time. I actually have all those issues in collectible hardcovers. Either Jeff Johns' JSA run or James Robinson's Starman are great places to start if you want to know more of the backstory of some of these characters, whether it's the JSA or whether it's Starman and the kind of legacy that Courtney is carrying forward into the future. I can't recommend those highly enough. Great runs on those series. So there's a little bit of comic nerd coming out for you, hopefully to help you if you're interested in the backstory of some of these things. Any other thoughts before we go?
No, I can't believe that there are only 2 episodes left. I really am excited to see how they pull this off.
That's right. And we're excited to know what you think, too. So be sure and jump down into the comments below and let us know what you think. Will Shining Knight be himself again to help out in the long run, or will that be something that they save for season 2, and maybe he's just kind of a background player for the rest of the season? Do you see anybody being added to the team before the end of the season, or do you think we're going to go forward with the ones that we already know? Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to ponder, so we want to know what you think, and you can do that in those comments below. Yep. Until next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.